How's it going, everybody? Ben Ferris, White Pine Resale, back here with episode 2 of the furniture series. We had a really huge weekend. I wasn't able to record a whole lot of it because Michigan had some really bad weather this weekend. We had a tornado, we had big strong winds over most of the state, and we had quite a bit of rain. So unfortunately wasn't able to record a whole lot. I wish I had been able to, because this last weekend we sold both the couches. One of them got picked up here, and then I delivered one of them. And yeah, it went great, it went smooth. They both sold at full asking price, and then one sold with the delivery charge on it too. So no haggling, no nothing. Both of them sold in about a week. I think I listed them up last weekend and they sold this weekend. Kind of had interest on them throughout the week, and then yeah, stuff firmed up for the weekend. So got both of them sold. And then in other news, we have a new home for this. My family's going to take the table and they give me another spot to store it. So we're going to get the table out of here. And where that's going to leave us for space is kind of this whole side is going to be open. So we can definitely get either a sectional or maybe two smaller couches in here. Then we'll have room for another sectional or two smaller couches over there. Working back here, the chaise, I've got a lot of messages on that too. So hopefully that will go out this next week. And then this nail salon table, I was really hoping to fix it, but it's designed really, really poorly. It's very heavy, and they tried to fit a lot of drawers into it. So it's extremely flimsy, and I tried to fix it, and it's not very receptive to it. So I think I'm going to take it apart, use some of the parts for it, keep some of the parts for it, but it's going to have to go. I'd kind of feel terrible selling that to somebody, just because it's not designed well, and there's really no two ways around it. So if we can get that out of here, that would leave us with about 25 feet along that wall, and then if we kind of shuffle up some of those shelves up there, it'd leave us with about 15 to 20 feet along this wall, which would be great. And then we could actually really start getting some stuff in here. We're going to go over the numbers in a minute. The only other thing I kind of wanted to address is kind of the direction we're going to take the series, because I know I call it the furniture series and I talk about selling furniture and couches kind of interchangeably. But they are very different ventures. Selling furniture the way that I did it, buying pallets and then building it and selling it, it had a lot of logistics involved. And when you're doing that much logistics for individual items with a lower price, like, you know, I was driving somewhere else and building and storing all the stuff and then driving it here and just storing it in these units. I wasn't building here. And then I'd have to meet somebody. It was just a lot of driving around. It was using a lot of gas and time. And when you're only selling items for $100 to $200 instead of, you know, these couches, which are a lot more than that, it really starts to eat into your profit. And a lot of it's not narrow, but you're not dealing with huge multiple X's on your investment with furniture as often as you do couches. So for now, our main focus is going to be on couches. Once we get a little bit more room cleared out in here, like if we can get some of these floor mats and stuff out of here and we can get maybe 35 feet, then we can definitely start to look at doing furniture where I can store and build it here. But while I'd have to take the furniture somewhere else to build it and then bring it back, it's just not a great use of our space. It's not a great use of our time. It's not a great use of our gas. And we're just going to keep focusing on those higher dollar couch flips. So couch is going to be the main focus for now. I actually have a message out on a sectional I'm hoping to pick up tomorrow or Thursday. I'm really hoping she responds and be on my way to work. So that'd be great. It's a big, huge L-shape, well, actually kind of a U-shaped sectional almost. So I'm really hoping I can get that. But that being said, couches are going to be our bigger focus for now, until we can kind of free up some space, and then we'll move kind of back into furniture and mix it up. I think in the long term, you know, talking about having a warehouse or a showroom, I think it's really good to have both and have the skill set to sell both, because I already have the furniture selling kind of knowledge and skill set, and I really want to work on building the couch one. So that's kind of where we're at for now. In the future, hopefully we can do both better, but for now, with the limited space, we're going to be focused on the couches. So next, just kind of want to go over the numbers from the two couches we sold this weekend, and I'm ecstatic about these. So on Saturday, we sold the Rovelab R4, which is that green couch. We bought it for $256 from the kind of connection that I have to buy new furniture, and we sold it for $850. How I've decided to do paying business back for now is just to round up to the next 50. So we bought it for $256, so the business is going to get $300. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for our purposes right now. And then $550 is going to go toward our goal. On Sunday, we sold the Sloan sleeper sofa, which was kind of that tan little couch. We bought it for $317 and we sold it for $1,000, which we had it listed at $950, and then I charged $50 for delivery. So the business on that one's going to get $350 back, and then $650 is going to go toward our goal, which takes us to 1,200 over the weekend toward our goal of 20K, which I'm ecstatic about. I think that's super awesome for one weekend. It is not super impressive considering it was stuff I already had sitting here that I got from a connection, didn't really have to source myself, but I'm happy to kind of get that chunk just kind of right out of here and get some space freed up. And yeah, actually get a really great start on the goal. So I got my car out by the road today, hopefully going to sell that. I'm hoping to get 4,000 for it. More likely I'm going to get like 3,500 for it. But even if I get 3,500 plus that 1,200, we're going to be well on our way to the new car goal. So hopefully we can get a couple more sales done and kind of attack that pretty aggressively. And then we can kind of focus on the other projects. So that's where we're at on that for now. What we're going to be working on today, it's a nice day out here right now. We get kind of today and tomorrow that are warm days, but tomorrow I got to travel for work, so I won't be out here a whole lot. So I'd like to get some stuff done today. For the most part, I really want to get this kind of torn down, save the parts that I'm going to save, and then kind of, probably burn the rest. And then back here, I'd kind of like to take out some of the stuff not going to use. Some of that's going to be going home just for personal projects and stuff I have in here. And then, yeah, if we can kind of get that about 10 feet there, that'd be awesome. These I'd like to kind of stack a little better, but that's not really a pressing matter because I can't at the moment. Kind of a mess back there. And then, yeah, so we're going to get a little bit of work done, but I just kind of want to update you guys on where we're at with that. Really huge weekend. And, yeah, so kind of come back once I got an update on what we've been working on, or if I hear back on getting that couch tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm going to get to work on that bad boy. All right, so we got the cleaning done. This is all the stuff that's going to be going on. So we got the basketball hoop. I got someone who will take that. And then we got these two little things that were personal furniture restoration projects. I kind of wanted to do furniture restoration as part of my business too, but I realized that it's a lot of work. And unless that's all you're doing, it's not really the greatest way to make money. And really, it's a lot more of an artistic thing. I think a lot of people that do it really enjoy the artistic part, and then the money's kind of secondary. Whereas for me, if I'm going to go that artistically deep into something, I'm just going to do it for the fun of it. So those are just going to kind of leave as personal projects. I'll deal with those at home. And then the stool has just been here. It's the matching one to the one I sit on to list car parts. So that one might go back over there. Took apart the nail cleaning thing, took some hardware off it and stuff. And honestly, as I started to kind of move it, it just literally ripped and just fell apart. So it was really unfortunate because that was a nice nail station, but it was just designed so poorly. And that's where like particle board furniture, mass-produced furniture, IKEA style furniture, there are still huge variations in quality. And that is one thing I will tell you, like anybody, is still make sure you're getting good quality stuff. Even if you're getting cheap furniture, you can have good quality furniture and bad quality furniture. And that, unfortunately, was just not up to the quality I like. So with that being said, once we get this stuff out of here, we will now have open wall back to here. And the distance between each stud is about 5 feet. So it's a little over 25 feet, maybe about like 28 feet up to here. So really happy with that. We're not going to get the table out of here today. It just not enough daylight to get it where it needs to go. So yeah, and that's where the cleaning's at. So I'm going to get this stuff out of here, and then, yeah, pretty much can call it a day in this department. I still haven't heard back on the sectional, so if I do end up getting that in, I'll tell you guys about it in the next episode. So overall, just thanks for tuning in. Super excited to share our success this weekend, and hopefully we can get some stuff in to keep the ball rolling on that. So thanks for tuning in this episode. Like, subscribe, all that nonsense, and check out the car part side of the series because we have a pretty cool update for that series too coming out here hopefully soon. So yeah, thanks you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.